Darn it, I hate that. I left my glasses out in the living room. Great. Yeah. Yeah, I hope everybody can hear me. My mic check here. All right, Merry Christmas there, John. How you doing? I'm just here early morning Christmas because my wife's still asleep, and all the kids, grandkids, and my kids won't be over till late afternoon probably. So I'm just here with a polycar Ferrari, just having fun. I hope you're having a good Christmas yourself this morning. I just thought I'd do a quick live. Well, we'll just be live on for a little bit. Just having fun with some slot cars here. This is my relaxation time. Getting a good old slot car and having slot car fun. Of course, that camera angle doesn't catch the end here, but that's all right. Good enough. Hope you hear me loud and clear. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it needs more scenery. Obviously, I have to work on it. It's just I've been so busy with other stuff, but I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Yeah, this is a this track is actually a Racetrack Scenics um, track that you could get if you want one. It's at Racetrack Scenics. I think it's listed as Speedway 51 or something like that. That's what Kevin named it. But he's got other tracks. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm using a mic. Hopefully, the battery won't run out. I charged it, but a wireless microphone. You know, I've done so much broadcasting from like different things like Ecamm and then I have OBS down here. I think so far, by far, the iPhone straight off your iPhone and into a mic like this is the best way to do a live broadcast. Ecamm's pretty good too, but if you are just starting out, your phone is the best tool to use for doing lives. And you just get yourself a little cheap mic like this from Amazon, you know, wireless mic, and you're all set. Or you could get a wired one. You just have to deal with the wire. But you don't need much. It's very amazing, the technology now. It's and this is an iPhone. I think this one's an iPhone 13, so it's an older model now. Considering what it's up to 15, pretty crazy. But this is a Polycar Ferrari P4, so, and I'm just having a good time with it. Once they're tuned and you get the tires all down, they run great. I have a red one and a white one. I should have got the yellow one. I didn't, and the green one. But I got the new alphas from RevoSlot though. Haven't tuned them yet. But this car is fun to drive, man. I mean, I know some guys like to put real powerful motors in them, but if you go too much motor, then the drive becomes unmanageable and it's not reliable. But it also depends on the size of your track. If you have long straights, like there's this one guy on the page, the Home Racing World page, he put a 30,000K in his Alpha RevoSlot, and I think it moves. Yeah, but he's got really long straights, so that works out perfectly. So, I mean, all depends on the track you have. Now, this one right here, stock motors are fine. There's some cars that have detuned the motors because I think they just ride better and it's more about enjoyment, not about speed, and it's all about the car handling well. You see, this one does it really well, and have fun. All about having fun. So that's why I'm up early this morning. I'm having fun, enjoying myself, and hopefully people drop by and wish them a Merry Christmas. Do you have a track yourself, John? I appreciate that, John. Thank you for being a subscriber. Area 51 Raceway is not like a heavily subscription page, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. It's not all about getting the subscribers. It's all about just giving out good content and good information. So all you have, I have all three scales. Oh, cool. So you have 124th, 125th, 132nd. You have HO, 164, 143. What are the scales? Three scales you have. That's pretty cool, man. It's always nice to be. That was the first time I came out there. Always nice to be diverse in your, your slot car hobby. You have different things. That's cool. All three scales. That's nice. That is nice. I'm just enjoying the moment. That's all we have, our moments in life. Enjoy them while you can. Because life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around, you might just miss it. Famous movie quote. There's a lot to see in life. And we wish good tidings to people that are not doing so well with health-wise and problems. We hope they're able to get through the holidays unscathed. Because your health is very important. And once your health is threatened by something that may be life-threatening, you really, really have a new perspective on life and you survive that. Let's see, HO 132nd, 124. Cool. HO. Yeah, I have a very few HO cars, but you know what? As a kid, I started, and I mean, like Christmas mornings like this, I remember my AFX track that I got, and then I got Tyco, and then I got TCR. Those tracks, I wish I still had them, but those are the cars that are really cool when it started out 164. Hey, Merry Christmas, Chris. How you doing? Thanks for joining me this morning. I'm just enjoying myself this Christmas morning. Yeah, nice, John. Pretty cool that you have all those scales, man. 164 is fun. So, there is a friend of Harry's that I know. His name is Mark Thomas. Very good slot car scratch builder and all kinds of stuff, and track builder. He has a home in Missouri, and there's a section of the house, because it's a custom built house, that's a huge room for 3 slot car tracks. So he has a road course, an oval. So basically you put 132nd, 124th, 125th on it. And then he has an HO track, and he collects a lot of HO cars. And man, that track's pretty cool. I think it's a Max Tracks track, and it's painted gray. And that was fun running the HO cars. And he had a ton of this collectible cars. It was amazing. He's got a real huge collection. But Mark's a real good guy, and his his track was spectacular. Good, Chris. Glad you're doing good. I'm here fiddling around with my slot cars, and I'm running my Polycar Ferrari before. I think this is the Nart one, the white one. Let me not say Nart on it. Oh yeah, that's Nart. That's the Nart one. North American Racing Team, I think that means. I'm just having a blast, and my coffee, and just having fun. Mostly vintage stuff and Eldon, Cox, Stromberger, Atlas, that old stuff. That's good stuff. I have one Revell. I have a few Strombeckers. They're in need of work. The Revell actually runs good. I have a Cougar. I had an Eldon, but I gave it as a gift to somebody and who I don't see anymore. It was a Corvette, and yeah, those are cool. Nobody's home. Hey, good morning, Merry Christmas. How you doing? My buddy, nobody, huh? I hope you appreciate you guys joining me this early morning. I'm an early riser. It's just in my nature. My wife is not. She's a late riser. That's okay. It gives me time to come down here and just have a live and have a good time here. But yep. Cool. Well, thank you for joining me. Nobody's home. You guys are all ready for visitors, or are you guys going out to see friends and family? I'm having visitors today, having all my grandkids and my kids coming over, so it'll be fun times. We'll have breakfast ready for them. Nobody's home. Sent you an email, John. John, check your email. Nobody home sent you an email. Got to respond to those emails. I hope you guys ever thought about getting into scratch building and joining the home racing world race in the summer. I know Chris. I don't know, Chris, if you built a car or not. I'm sorry if I don't know, but you guys should get into it. We're making it more easier to get into scratch building with, you know, chassis kits and the bodies that I'm printing for January, which I'm currently printing right now, and just printing away, trying to get everything ready for shipping so I could send it to Stock Car Corner so everybody could get a body to build the car. All right. And I can smooth and then lose it there. Oh, with that, we'll get another car. Smooth as butter. This runs good. Good running car. All right, let me put this back over here. Add this over here. Part of the track. I'm running out of room. I have no more room for freaking cars. Cases are all filled up. Let's run a good old NSR. How's that? A 908. These are fun cars. I do scratch build, cut my own comms, magnets. Oh, cool. You do brass chassis too, John? That's mainly what I do. I don't really mess with the motors because I don't do like the, that looks like you do a lot of, you may do a little bit of commercial track racing when you do that, but I don't know. I could be wrong, but I usually build brass chassis for them. And we use the standard motor that's in the rules. It's fun because the cars are equal. Basic inline chassis to keep it simple so nobody feels like they have to make a complicated chassis. That's why the standard is just inline only. There's some guys that could build some real wild chassis, but we kind of want to keep the field even, so that's why we just stick with inline. So the cars are equal because when you have equal cars, it becomes more competitive that way. You have one guy just walking away from everything, and it's really not fun. So that's why we started just doing inline only for scratch building on the rules and making it easier. I hope you do some scratch building next year once my track is done. Hey George, where did you get the Oh man, my eyes are terrible. Let me look at the screen. Hey George, where did you get your check I guess track skirting is what you're saying? Sorry, Chris. I think it's got a typo in there. I don't know if you're talking about track skirting or track guards. Can if you reiterate that, I could help you out with that. Nobody's home. Can't wait to see my NASCAR race in the process. Oh, you do have one in there. Cool. Oh, I'm sure they'll stay together. We'll make sure it stays together. Cool. Yeah, the winter race with the NASCARs are going to be really a lot of fun. Those are going to be real cool cars to see because it's all about the modeling too. Modeling is very important. I can tell you, I love playing with these cars, but I love scratch painting more. Under my table, uh, under my table. Let me see if I can understand what you're saying. Uh, where did you get? Oh, you're talking about around the table, the checkered flag. I guess I know what you're talking about. The checkered flags skirting. So the checkered flags you get from Amazon. That's what you see. I just put nails and I hung them on there. The one flag that I got here that says Area 51 Raceway, I actually had it custom made in Amazon. So Amazon has a place where you could order flags. If you want to put like your own stuff on it, you can do that. You give them an image, a JPEG or whatever it is they require, and they'll impose that image on the flag. And it's really cheap because it comes from China. So that flag that says Area 51 Raceway is only like $6, which is fairly cheap. And Dave had one made up too. A few of them he didn't pay that much. So if you want to get your own custom skirting like flags, you measure it out for your table, and then you could get it from Amazon, and then you could get other stuff as well if you want to get like the oil can flags and checkered flags and all that. That's all from Amazon. Gotcha. 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 We have an old chapel on our property, so I'm having some Amish guys build a. Oh, so you're building commercial track in there, 160-foot king track. Oh wow. Yeah, the Amish know how to build too. So you're doing like a commercial track style with high banks. Yeah, that's why you do motors and stuff. I remember. See, I used to commercial track race in California. I did it with my kids too when they were young, and I just got out of it because life moves on and do other things. But oh, cool! I'm glad you. That's pretty nice to have your own big place like that. Yeah, NSRs are really smooth and quiet. They, you know, very easy to tune. And as you know, a gentleman from NSR, I mean, I do kind of the opposite what he talks about. I do leave the body real loose. That's what I notice about NSRs. They love a lot of body float. Uh, I do put weight on it. I do use a different guide. I know for him, what he recommended was using the smaller no grip tires. Uh, stock guide he uses. He says you could change it if you want. No weight, no tape. That they don't allow it where he's I guess in Europe. But man, the little tuning video that Marty did was explaining stuff was pretty good. But for my track, I like it like this because it runs real well. So that's why I always say you tune for your track. So, but he had a lot of good advice there. I mean, he wasn't trying to upsell parts or accessories. He just basically told you, hey, this is all you really need. I guess they just provide that stuff because people want something different, then they'll do it. And it's hard to read that. Nobody. The Thunder Slots are a great brand. Yep, I have quite a few of those Thunder Slots too. They're from the case there. I'll get one out. We'll run it. The Lolas are pretty fast. A lot of people kind of overlook those ones. I know the Elvas are quick, but the Lolas are pretty damn fast too. Car Hub, how you doing? Merry Christmas, sir. Hope you're doing good. Car Hub. Like your tuning video with Hughes, how you. It's interesting how everybody has a different aspect on tuning, you should look at Slot Car Hub tuning videos, which I have looked at, and it's, you know, everything is a little bit different. Basically, it's all the same, but it's everybody has a different style way of doing it, and that's what's cool watching that stuff. You know, my tune videos are just basically for the starter. I really don't get too into it. I let people kind of discover on their own because, like I always say, you tune for your track because every track condition is going to be different. Like if I threw this on Slot Car Hub's track, it'd probably run like crap because he knows his track more than I do, and then he'll make adjustments for his track, just like, you know. Anyway, but cool. Glad you're joining us here, Slot Car Hub. Yeah, these 908s. Ooh, these 908s are good cars. The Lola, I'm waiting for when they have a livery. I don't really, you know, the NSR plain colored cars. I know they do it for club racing. I don't really like those too much. They're very just like, I am not that desperate to get it. I'll wait for a livery. I did that with the McLaren, and I didn't like the color of the McLaren, and I ended up giving that away for an auction because somebody had a fire in their house and lost their tracks. It was kind of like a donation card to get money raised for him. But, yeah, nobody's home. Chris, yes, they are. Just recently got my first Thunder Slot. The white and green Lola, I love it. Yeah, the Lola. Oh, let me get that one out. The Lola is a freaking awesome car, man. Long day today for you there, Fucker. Are you working? Hope not. You're saying long day. That sucks if you're working. Let's see. Here we are. I have a blue Lola. The only one I have, and I haven't changed the guide on this. This is the stock guide. I just tuned it. Left the stock guide on. Sometimes if I feel they run good with the stock guide, I'll just leave them. This thing's a whipper. Thunder Slots are so well handled cars. I call them their chassis. Their chassis are really flexible, so they have a lot of flex, and they're light, and that's why I feel they're so quiet. If you get a Thunder Slot chassis and you kind of move it around, you can see how flexible it is, the plastic. And they're super quiet, man. I mean, ooh, yeah, it just came off there. Really, really quiet cars. Pretty amazing how quiet they are. I can reach that far. The only spot I can't reach on this track would be right there. Right here is the only spot. It kind of sucks, but I have an arm for it. So, oh, thank you, Nobody's Home. It is a beautiful car. This is the blue number 8. Number 8 one. And yeah, a Lola is a good pickup if you get a Thunder Slot. Any one of them are. The only one that really was a disappointment, and there was a video made for it, but they took the video down, and it was kind of misunderstood. So I guess Thunder Slot, from my understanding, changed the motor on one, and they put this like little plastic bracket. And 11:50 p.m. over there. Oh wow, yeah, that's right. You guys are a day ahead of us. So they put this little bracket on it because it was missing a hole, something like that in the motor. I didn't get one, but it was the motor was less RPM, and I don't know why they did it, but well. Excuse me. One of the white ones. I haven't really picked up the Thunder Slot lately. The last ones I picked up were the Ferraris. But I'll probably get another one later on. Right now I've been on a RevoSlot kick. RevoSlot has been dominating with just providing cars. Let's see, I'll check that out. Nobody thinks you heads up. Alright, guys are just talking to each other. Alright. Yeah, but again, I've been on this big Revo kick, and I just RevoSlot is just the thing with RevoSlot is, and Thunder Slot does it as well. They don't just come out with one car. And again, I'm not knocking Slotted. That Datsun looks really nice, but it's one car, and I think RevoSlot beat them to the punch as far as I'm concerned because they came out with the 510 to begin with. And the problem with that one 510 that Slotted has is that there's no slotted nemesis for it, as Harry says. So there's no alpha or anything that the class that raced against. And you're kind of stuck with just one car, and you have to wait till they come out with another one. So with RevoSlot, it's always 4 cars, and that's including a white kit. So you get 3 liveries and a white kit every release. That is a big sales booster for the hobbyists because, or a sales booster for them, because the hobbyists will, and just about always, if they like the cars, all in general. I mean, look what I picked up. I picked up all 7 of the damn oil can livery Marcos cars. Ooh, hey, that was a nice wreck. I almost had to. I picked all those up. So I mean, because I like them all. So RevoSlot's very smart doing that. And then also you could start a club race because you have 3 cars. It's awesome. And there's also equally matched too when you race them. Very evenly matched cars. There's not one is more powerful than the other. So again, that's why I'm a big, as John Albright would say, Revo slut. I butchered one of our turkeys a couple days ago. It weighed 26 pounds. Almost done. Smells great in the house. Cool. Have you ever tried? So we do it every year for Thanksgiving. We don't bake a turkey. We used to do that. So we did it this way. It was a Facebook post that we saw, and my wife kept it, and we've been doing it ever since. I think the 4th year we've done it. And what you do is you section the bird by cutting it into pieces. So you cut the breast, you cut the legs, the wings, the thighs, and you kind of not dissect, but section the bird. And then you get what's left, and you cook that with carrots and onions to make a juice, or how would you say it, a drippings for the gravy. And then you get the bird and you put a dry rub on it. The dry rub is, I think, salt, pepper, brown sugar, garlic, and something else. And what you do is you rub it on the bird's skin and coat it on the skin of the bird, and then you put it in the refrigerator the night before. And what that does is that it draws all the juices. It just kind of keeps the juices in and draws everything up. And then when you put it in the oven, it only takes I think it only takes us like 2 hours to cook the turkey, and it comes out super juicy every time, and it's just perfect. So we've been doing it that ever since that way. So just uh just a little thing that we try. Deep frying, yeah, deep frying is a little bit dangerous. I don't care for deep frying, but yeah, that's a good way of doing it too if you know what to do and how to do it. Slightly Mad Slot Cars, hey, Merry Christmas to you too. How you doing? Yes, Feliz Navidad, señor. Mucho gusto. There you go. Start singing Jose Feliciano song. Feliz Navidad. No, I won't do that. Those testicles will drop into your body if I start singing. I can never do that. I'm eating meat where meat where left up to me. I'd be vegetarian. Vegetarian. No, don't say that word. I'm sorry. I love meat. Meat's good stuff. Love it. You guys let me know if my mic goes dead. I don't think it will, but we'll start hearing more echoing. Oh, gosh darn. Yeah, see, and this is the stock guide. Usually I put a slot invasion guide in there, and it will stay in the slot a little better. But this stock guide from Thunder Slot, if it works well after I tune it, I just leave it. I may change it later. See, it almost came off there, tipping. Excuse me. I need a sip of coffee, boys. Merry Christmas, John Tucci. How you doing? I can't wait to see your secret car that Marty has. Oh, what do I do with my cup? Oh, look at that. Like typical old man. I don't know where the hell I lift this stuff at. I don't know if that's happened to you guys. That's been happening to me a lot lately. Getting to the worry myself. Ah. Oh yeah. Place to go. All right. Let's get another car here. All right. Well, we get a good old NSR 917. Well, this one's been tuned with weights and everything. Slot invasion guide, a la Area 51. Clean the tires on this. Sliding action area. These are dirty. Dirty tires. Clean tires, a happy tire. Ew, those are dirty. My goodness. Dirty tires at Area 51. Unacceptable. All right. All right. All right. Excuse me. So what else is what cars have you ordered recently? What cars do you have on pre-order? Let's ask that important question. I know everybody's dying about that MR slot car Corvette, which I don't know. It's like only one car. Again, the one car releases when you don't have something to race against is kind of disappointing, but I'm sure it'll be something nice. A lot of people will like that one. It's nice to have American Iron. I shouldn't complain too much. Oh, Merry Christmas, Bo. Hi there. I won't comment in the next minutes because I'm eating lunch right now. Be greeted from here. All right, cool. Well, hello. Thanks for joining. Guys, I need to get going. Wish you a great Christmas. Thanks, George, for the live stream this morning. We'll catch up with the rest later. All right, Chris, you have a good, man, go. Family's important, man. Go. It's Christmas morning. You should go do your stuff, man. Emma Stock Car Corvette and the John Wick Mustang. All right, cool. John Wick Mustang. All right. There you go. Well, actually unwrapping as we speak. RevoSlot, Avant, Pioneer, Scaly. Excuse me, I say RevoSlot, they're slightly mad. See if you get a RevoSlot. There's the listers and the alphas that are out currently. Let us know what you get. Who else pre-ordered? John Tucci answered that question. Any of you guys pre-ordered anything? Or recently got? Let's talk about what you recently got. I'm now going to be doing a lot of building soon with the new bodies we have. And it's nice to be able to print bodies. So it's a pain though sometimes, but once you get everything down correctly, you have the experience, it becomes a little bit easier. The only difficult part about resin printing is when you have a print fail, you have to clean everything. And when I say that, is draining all the resin out of the tank and inspecting the film. A lot of people don't do that. They run that tank cleaning, and guess who used to do that? And then they continue on and then realize that you could damage your screen. Guess who did that? So it's more involved. But the rewards are great if you are really Advent builder, and a resin printer is a good idea. You could build different things. But again, if you just get the bodies, you could just get the bodies from SCC, and that'd be fine too. But just depends what you want to do. Let's see. You got the Timex, Alan Martin, PlayStation Viper, and Green Martin Supra. Ah, cool. You scored there, dude. Yeah. My family doesn't really give me anything, which is fine because they just see it as, as my hobby. They're not, you know. But I did admit my wife to get me into printing. She got me a filament printer was the first one. And then I later on went to resin. So she introduced me to printing. I'll give her that much. Oh, almost into the other slot. Not bad. Missed. All right. Okay. All right, let's put this away. Let's get a Ferrari 512 out here. I've driven this one in a while. Between Fox and Wolves, there's two of us, George. Gotcha. My heating bill is going to be astronomical this month, like it was last month. It has been so cold here in the 20s. I tell you, when you want to pick up dog poop, it's nice to pick it up when it's frozen. Like rocks. You can throw them at windows and break them. It's only kind of like the cold. It's getting cold in North Carolina. All right. Yep, that's true. You have dogs, trust me. So a healthy dog should have caterpillar-shaped poop with no worms, obviously. And our dogs are pretty healthy, and that's what they do. But when it's frozen, it's really a lot easier. It doesn't smell as bad, too. Not that my dogs really eat healthy, so they don't smell bad, but, it smells like what it should. But not bad in a way that they're unhealthy. But still, picking it up when it's frozen is a lot easier. We feed our dogs kibble from Costco, which is really good, and then we make a homemade food for them, believe it or not. So the homemade food is edible enough for humans, and that's the key part right there. A lot of these companies that make dog food are not interested in the dog at all. They're interested in making a profit and doing it cheaply as possible, and they're not regulated like human food is, even though human food is just as bad. And so you get all these things. That's just like that farmer dog stuff. That's kind of what we do, but we don't like freeze dry it and send it off across the country. We make it fresh, and it's basically what it is turkey, ground turkey, boiled chicken. We put carrots, broccoli. What else does she add in there? think that's it. There's something else he puts in there, and then we put that all together, mix it, and put it in containers, and then we mix that with the kibble. And the dogs are extremely healthy. They don't have no worms or flea issues. So very healthy dogs. Very, very well behaved dogs. I mean, they can be unruly, but they don't chew up our house or furniture. They chew up only their toys. They don't have accidents in the house. They don't scratch doors. But they do hate having their nails cut, and that's a huge challenge. One of them we had to drug up just to go get her nails cut. She doesn't growl or anything when you grab her paw. She just wiggles, and you can't get her to sit still to cut her nails. The other one actually chews her nails to avoid us cutting them, believe it or not. It's kind of funny. I love dogs. They're just the most loyalist animals, and they live life to the fullest every day because their lifespan is not very long, and that's the day I dread when they get old and they pass. I wish they could be with us forever. Why I like dogs. They're very, very, very good animals. Of course, when you do everything properly. I know I'm getting off slot cars, sorry, but nobody's saying anything that much, so you're just watching my car go around the track. Did anybody watch Marty's live last night? I think a couple of you guys are on there. Not as many because it was Christmas Eve, of course, but I was on there. All right, Hub, have a good one. Merry Christmas to you again. Have a good night's sleep. Yeah, it was a long day for you. I keep forgetting you guys are a day ahead. Bob's your uncle, Soccer Hub. See ya. Hey, Merry Christmas, Tad. Tad's in the house. What's up, man? I'm just fiddling around here this morning. Nice and early. I've been up early. Been up 2 hours already. I was up at 6. I'm an early riser. Can't help it. Yes, as always on from Marty. Yep. Marty is very, very good guy. Very talented with woodworking. I think that slot card oval was very easy for him because I think he does woodwork to begin with. So he likes to deny it. He has many hidden talents that he doesn't tell us. He's kind of like the sneaky kind of guy that makes you think he doesn't know anything, but he knows a lot. Oh, that was nice. Nice drive there. Oh, it's a Ferrari 512, the yellow one. The yellow Tergal. That's the says on the front of it. Tergal. Why don't we go with a very mildly tuned GT40 here. There's clean the tires on this. Clean the tires. Light the fires. Oops. Oh, pardon me. Oh yeah, they're dirty. Dirty tires, not good. All right. There we we go. Let me get a sip of coffee. Sip of coffee. Oh, my mic's still on. I'll have to charge it after this. So this is a tuned car per one of Harry's articles. So this motor's an 18K motor in here from the original, just detuned to give less RPM on the car, so this way it's more enjoyable to drive. It's not like flying too fast. Again, depending on how long your straights are, then you don't need to do that if you like long straights and very high-powered motors. But this one is for my track, more road course style. So that's why it's a little bit slightly detuned, but it's a really nice riding car. All for fun. All this is a white kit. I painted it blue. Never put a number out, which I need to do. Just been lazy. I'll be back later if you're still on. Oh, no problem, Tad. It's Christmas, man. I appreciate you stopping by. I may not be on probably for another half hour. Just again doing a Christmas morning run here. You know, everybody else is still waking up. So you enjoy yourself, Tad. Merry Christmas. Yeah, see you, Tad. Merry Christmas again, buddy. All right, a Fly 908. All right, cool. You got one from Fox and Wolves, huh? All right, awesome. Now you got to tune it, buddy. You got the Flunder, is it? Kind of like a Marty has. Oh, yeah. Remember, you could to strengthen the chassis, and Harry's done it on a couple of his videos and old articles. You could strengthen it by using the piano wire in there and strengthening the chassis. And there's a whole list of things you can do with that car. Thank God for all the aftermarket parts we have now. I see those were toy grade cars. I'm going to use this term because Carrera and Scalextric are toy grade. The reason why I say that is because there are no replacement parts for those cars. So if it breaks, what do you have to do? You have to modify it with aftermarket parts. Or in the case of NSR, RevoSlot, Thunder Slot, Slot It, Polycar, you know, they have their hobby grade because there are replacement parts for the car. So if you break something, you could fix it with one of their parts. So that's how I look at it that way. But Fly, when they came out and made cars, they changed the way slot cars were made because Their cars were just so beautifully made. Just the detail. I'm talking about the detail now, the body stuff, and the way they present. They did the representations of their cars and boxes and stuff. That's what made them popular. But the only problem was the chassis were absolute shit. And that's not a problem. There was ways that Harry did it to make them work. Now, all the parts we have are so plentiful that you could modify it and you'd be good. So that's why fly cars are becoming a lot more popular, because the guys that really are grabbing them and rebuilding them are making great cars. So Chris Fredder, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us. But that's my take on that. Fly really changed everything in the 90s when they started making slot cars, because they started making them look a lot better. So people were finding ways to kick. All right, my mic went dead. How about now? Can you hear me? Stupid mic. Yeah, my mic finally died. How about now? Can you guys hear me? The camera mic should be picking me up. It's just more echoish and more sound like I'm in the hall. Okay, good. Yeah, like I was saying about the Fly, really, really, when they came out, they were beautifully detailed cars, but the chassis were absolutely terrible. But people found a way to get around that and make it work. And that's what Harry did, so all good. So I'm fed up with lots of penne pasta and bologna sauce. 4 plates of that. Oh, I don't know, that sounds good right now. We're gonna have croissants with ham and cheese and eggs is what we're making for everybody. We have a big sheet that we're making it in the morning, or actually in a little bit, probably another 2 hours from now. So, but yeah, I hope I don't know where it cut off at, shoot, when I was talking about toy grade stuff. I don't know if you heard that stuff at all. Hello, Bo. Merry Christmas to you. So if you didn't hear that when I said Fly was a toy grade car, and the reason why I say toy grade is because cars like, and I guess nothing against them, Carrera, the Electric, and Fly at the time, they're toy grade because there are no replacement parts. If there's no replacement parts, that's a toy grade car, because you'll have to buy another one. Or modify what you have to make it work better, or replace it further. Whereas we're NSR, slotted, polycar, RevoSlot, and so on. Those are hobby grade ones because there are replacement parts for them. That's the difference. You have to have replacement parts to make things great, just like on a real car. Even though the car I have is actually one scale car, it'd be hard to find stuff for nowadays. Yeah, he's getting tired of penne pasta. Huh? You married an Italian or something? Is that where you're getting stuff with penne pasta? It's the pasta, eat it. Don't complain about it. Here's an old slotted Ferrari Can-Am car here. You know, if you guys are not on the forum board from Home Racing World, I suggest you join the stream because this car right here I'm running is slotted. I have 3 of them. There's one with the blue ring, yellow ring, and a green ring. It's basically what, number 86, 87, and 85. Yeah. So these cars, I got all of them on the forum board for $110 shipped. That was a deal. So sometimes you find good deals on the forum board. That's why they have a for sale section. So you don't want to go to eBay because sometimes eBay is not always it seems to be. I've avoided it for a long time. You can always go to the Home Racing World forum and look at the for sale section. Sometimes people have cars for sale with a good deal in there. And pick them up. It's a box. In a box, yep, wonderful. What's inside the final box? How about fly, huh? Yeah, they do that stuff. I have a fly box set. It's a Ferrari, I think the yellow one. I haven't gotten around to see them. Harry gave me as a gift. Those are brand new in the presentation box. And everything new. Yeah, it's just a card. Harry's got a ton of that stuff. He really wowed me when he pulled out all these things from fly. That's why he kind of gave me education on fly and what they did and what really changed how stock cars were made. True story. I got the 9908 by Carrera from 2008. It's fast, but tail happy runner. Enjoy your tuning and fly. You know, tail happy cars sometimes do. Adjustment. These cars were a little bit tough for me to tune in. It took a long time to get them where I wanted to be. Fun cars. Can-Am cars are really nice. Did you get all the bikes set up and sold? Chris Frederick. Oh. Bikes. Chris is you work. I guess you own a bike shop, Chris, or you work at a bike shop. I think you own a bike shop, don't you? A lot of my bikes. The bikes I love the most were the Schwinn's. I remember having a Schwinn with the banana seat. You know, those are cool. I love those bikes. I think they need pops on them. Jeff T, Merry Christmas. Thank you, sir. How you doing? Jeff T in Jersey, alright. I know is this the same Jeff T or is there another Jeff T? If you do have a Jeff T, usually has a purple avatar, but that's a blue one, so this may be a different Jeff T. That's what you're saying in Jersey? Or is the real Jeff T, Jeff Breakout in New Jersey right now? Just to make sure I got it right. Fun car. Alright. It sucks up my foot dead. You know what? Let's go with a. We'll go with a sideways racer. Now this one I think I still need to do more work on, but I haven't driven this one in a while. Sideways racers. Yes, I got all the bikes built for sale. Santa Claus. Get all the bikes done. Oh, here's the Sideways Racer, which is another brand that kind of flies on the radar. Cool cars though. Very well like that. Now they talk about feel happy, this is a feel happy car. This is a long car. Ooh, see that? Oh, yeah. 512 TV. 512 TV. Oh, this is on sale at Stock Car Corner. I'm the Ohio Valley Regional Bike Expert for JITS. Where is it? Okay. It's my home store in Dublin, Ohio. Alright, gotcha. Well, Chris, you remember those twin bikes, right? Do they still make repops of those? I love those with the gear shifter and the chopper looking bikes. Those were always really cool. Hope you guys can hear me loud and clear since I lost my microphone. Should have charged it more last night because I was using it yesterday for video and the day before, so probably why it went dead. It sure is better when you have that one though. The last fight you could really, really good. I remember doing jumps and all that crap, scraping my knees, my elbows. I remember wiping out on a bike, I really screwed myself out. My mom was like, what the hell did you do? I like slipped on the pedal and then just went almost face on it basically. Those were the days when you were young. It's different now. Oh, this thing keeps sliding out. It's still a good car. I never did mess with the guide on these, I just left it. Change the guide to be a lot better. Gary Dunmore, Merry Christmas, sir. Thanks for joining us. Nice to see you here. Again, I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. I know I lost my lavalier, what they call it. The battery went dead. Got the charging cord upstairs. Let's get another car. Let's get another car here. Let's put away this sideways racer. Let's get another sideways racer. We'll get the chromey looking Porsche Moby Dick car. That thing is chrome like hell. That's like, reminds me of the Hot Wheels super chrome cars. That's this, I'll show it to you on camera. That's the super ass chrome Porsche Moby Dick car. This is like a special edition sideways one, but this reminds me of also the Carrera one I have up there that's made out of chrome. Chrome look, not made out of chrome, but the chrome look. Yeah, that's really chrome. I have a Carrera. It's the, it's behind the light there. It is the, unless I don't have it in the box, I have it wrapped up somewhere. Oh, you kept it in the box. Yep, there it is. The Cheetah, the chrome Cheetah. That thing was really chromy. Okay, let me try this one. See how nice and chromy it is. You can see this one. Yeah, I think I thought I didn't tune these for this track, but they were tuned for my classic area. one track, the old track. I had to retune these cars a little bit and adjust them. So it was nice to see an older car. Reducing a few things in there. Let's see. Dad, you're back. That car's pretty cool. Thank you, sir. Got an Avant slot Ford Transit Mark II. Cool, slightly mad. But I did get both new Thunder slots just before Christmas. Just finished tuning them. The Gudston Ferrari. All right, awesome there, Chris. Cool. There's Jeff G. Merry Christmas, Jeff G. There's two Jeff G's on here. I don't know if there is because the other guy's from New Jersey. So I just realized that Jeff G is a moderator on here. I forgot NC and Resin. So we got two Jeff G's, one from New Jersey, and we have Jeff G who we know. Oh, darn you. That's what I need to change the guides on these, I think I feel. High-page cars are really under the radar cars. A lot of people don't look at them too much. They really have some really nice looking cars. Really details are nice in them. Except for when you do that. I don't want them just going too fast. Because it's light and it tends to tip out of the slot there. So you got a lot of body float on these. I need to weigh it down. Oh, see? Did it again. Darn you. That's a really cool looking car. That was my Christmas morning with my slot car buddies and playing my slot cars. Let's see, we know where all the UFOs are coming on from George's track. Yep, you sure do. If you look at them, there's one right there next to a pile of tires, and then another. Well, you can see the one Tad gave me in the corner there that lights up. That made for me. He didn't give it to me. He made it for me. Looks like it's suspended in the air. Yep, you have a total of, I may plan on 2 more UFOs because I have to work on the scenery on this track. And I have not gotten around to it. It's been like already over a year and a half, 2 years. One day I'll get to it. I'm just busy doing other stuff. All the sightings lately. And I need like little toy drones floating around too, don't I? I don't know what's up with that. That's really weird. Ooh, too much juice there. Gary doing the rounds of hello. All right. Let's do the Lancia. Lancia. This is a John Player special car. This one's really nice. I like this one. This has got a nice color to it. I like the John livery. The John Player special liveries, which is really cool. Let's take this off. This is filthy. Oh, George. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Get down with the mirrors. All right. Let's start with this one. So this is the Lancia. Because when I drive these cars, I get a feel for them. They're all different. Let's see this one already. This track as well. work on my Sportsman entry later today. Getting started on the chassis. Got started on chassis a few days ago. Budweiser car done. Yeah, I can't wait to see that Budweiser car. Alright. Working on Sportsman. Alright. What body are you using, Cat, for your Sportsman? Here's what body you use for it. Oh, you're not having a drone problem in Germany like we are right now with people know what the hell's going on. I don't know if it's the government. There's drones in other parts of the U.S. on the East Coast that are poking around. We had one here in North Carolina, a little balloon drone that somebody shot down. Probably a while ago. Oh, look at that. You saw it on camera there. It went sideways. Whoop. That's why they call it a sideways racer. Alright, we'll put that one. Alright. You know what? Why don't we do a Marcos? These things really handle good from RevoSlot. That's why I got all of them. Badass cars. Oh, yeah, I'm glad you like that one. Yeah, the cheetah is, well, I could get the cheetah down. I got a lot. So, see, the thing is, on the shelf here, there's a lot of boxes stacked. I could show you that one another time. But yeah, the cheetah one was really good. I've had that one for a long time. I know that one's going for a lot of money. I have a lot of Carrera cars. I just really put a lot of my Carrera digital cars away. They're in the case, or not in the case, but you know, in a container. I have a lot of NASCAR ones. The ones I have up here are some old classic like GTO and hot rods, and then I have all my 917s except for the new ones that came out in cases, brand new, and then I have runners that are in a container that I used to run with the grandkids. They would bash them up. It was easy to break the pipes off to them. They don't have mirrors, so that's why we use them. And then I have all the Can-Am cars that Carrera made up there. And I also have, I didn't realize I also have an M3, I think it is up there. I should get that down and put it somewhere. And then I have all the 917s and 124, well, most of them, the that I have up there. And I have one Cheetah, the green one that's in 124. And then I have a Ferrari 512, a Ferrari P4, and a Ferrari GTO in 124th, and then I have most of the GT40s, except for the newer models that they have out now. I just stopped, but I have like the older ones, and they're up there. So that's why everything's up there that you can't see. So 55 Sportsman bought myself a small compressor. I'm going to try it out today. My midget cost me about $300 to paint, between heating the garage and using my 80-gallon two-stage compressor. Okay, I got. No, why don't you go with something smaller, dude? You don't need to do that big.
That's why it's expensive. George's stock car room is awesome. I need to get space finished out and organized. Looks like Sanford and Son. You can find the music on. Need an old red truck, old Ford truck. Is it a Ford truck? Or was it a Chevy? I can't remember. I think it was a Ford pickup truck. We call you Big Dummy. You big dummy. See what you say there. I just found my 24-year-old snap kit in our cleaning rooms at Pine Tease. That is very hard to come by. Hold on to that. Might be a next stock car conversation or conversion. You know, we are. So my first scratch build car was a Carrera GTO. It was that silver one. So I decided to hog out the wheel wells when I first ran into one of Harry's videos on the first chassis building video, and I made that into a dirt car. So that is actually one of our cars that are on the list to be next to make into a dirt car. And so I would probably hold off on that, Jeff. Give us a chance to get one, but I mean, if you want to go ahead and do it, or excuse me, not Jeff, Slightly Mad, sorry. Slightly Mad, I'd hold off on that. We do want to make a GTO dirt car, and like I said, we have a guy that we're in touch with that does the designs of those cars. Like we did the Dart recently because we paid him to do the Dart. Again, like I said, it wasn't cheap, and I had one guy message me out of the blue asking for the file. I felt kind of insulted in a way because it's like, dude, like I'm not going to be giving away crap to you if this thing's not even out. And I just paid to have it done, and I don't like people who do that because people coming out and asking like that I don't know makes me feel like they just want to take it and use it for making money. Which guys used to do that with the resin casting cars that Harry made and Mark Thomas. These guys would buy these or would get the body, ask for it for wanting to build the car, but their intention was not to build the car. His intention for them is to make another casting, a slosh casting, a very poor copy of it, and sell it on eBay. So when this guy messaged me, I had to look him up, and he had two different places that he were from, and he had just joined Home Racing World. I don't know how he got in there, but he didn't answer questions, and I banned him, and I just blocked him because I didn't know who the hell he was. So again, I'm kind of protective on some of this stuff because it's people are out there to just want to cash in on it, whereas, I mainly want to do it to help people to have access to bodies so they could join the Showdown proxy, which 1/32 has been a really tough scale to do, but now that we have resin printing, it kind of opened up a lot of things to to build. So again, that's why I was really protective of that one, because that one is not out on the 3D folks yet. It will be next year, but it was custom made for us. We gave him the designs that he built for us so we could print it. And, it didn't, like I said, it wasn't cheap. It was very costly. So, but we plan on doing more, but again, I get very protective of this thing. People that I don't know come fly out and ask me for the file. I just don't think that's right. I need a cleaning room at that Fox. A cleaning room, is that where you're going to be wearing a lab coat and everything? Like Independence Day? Scrubbed and sterilized. Kind of like Judge Snails from freaking Candy Crush. I want this pool scrubbed and sterilized. And Bill Murray eats the baby roof, but everybody thinks it's a turd. It's kind of gross and it's been sitting in freaking chlorine water. That new Dodge Dart you guys printed looks awesome. Lots of detail of that car. I'm getting one for sure. Yep, they'll be out in January, mid-January. And again, that was, he did a real good job on making that for us. And he was showing us the process and then asking us, is this what you want, blah, blah, blah. He did an excellent job on that car. That shows a lot of detail on that car. And his prints are really, really good files because the body thickness is perfect. They're not too heavy, they're not too thick, they're not too thin, they're not too light. They're enforced very well. So they're good. He's a good designer and he knows what he's doing, so that's why we're good. Marty, Merry Christmas to you too, sir. How you doing? I'm just fooling around early morning with spot play. I'm sure you guys will be doing that later on with Dusty and your daughter trash talking. Trash talking around the oval and trash talking around the road course. I like that trash talking stuff there. Yeah, I'm running my RevoSlot Marcos SPP oil can one. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Marty. You need to sing a song for us this morning now. This is his last year. Warmed up, it's going to be family good. That's funny, man. What to build for Marty's last fast lap challenge. Well, Tad, I got some secret project going on. So I got something for Marty's fast lap challenge. It's going to be different because it's going to be an unusual motor. Oh, I wouldn't say unusual motor, but you'll see when I get it built. Here's our, that's fine. So our Marcos. Our Marcos. Let's have some little Group 2 fun here. How about some Group 2? Got Group 2 cars. Let's see. And what else have you stored in that shack there? Usually avoid cleaning rooms. Smells like work here all the time, Fox. Well, you know, it is what it is. You accumulate stuff and sometimes you're like, well, maybe I do need to get out the herd. That sucker's low. But it's okay. I love it. Cleaning up the track ran a few laps with Jeff's car. It's quick. Bro. See, I know somebody will topple my time. It's only a matter of time. That's good. Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to start working on it next year. It sounds funny, but yeah, next year we're on it. I already have my plans laid out. I think I'm going to call it the Jolly Roger. That's going to be my name for it, the Jolly Roger. You can imagine what the Jolly Roger is. You be a pirate, matey. That's great. That would be pretty crazy. It might be a while. Yeah, Jeff G, your Mustang's cool. Can't wait to see the surprise car. Bowing the last one. Ooh, look at that roll. Doink. We got a casualty over here. Alright, we'll go put this one away. Bad. Alright, boys. Alright. You know what? What the hell? I'm curious. I don't know if it's gonna work. Not my fault. So try an HO car. I remember. I actually built this little HO car and painted it for a track that they used to have, an HO track in Mountain View, California. It was in this garage and they had a little weekly race. And this was the little car I built for it. I think this is a, let me look at this. I think it's a Fiero or something, I can't remember. But I painted the numbers on it and I called it Red Dwarf. But yeah, I've had this car for a long time. It's got custom tires on it too for the race. I've had that for a long time, so yeah. I used to play with HO too, like everybody else. Alright, boys, well, let's see, move the camera over here. And that's a pretty good view right there. I remember that one. And my mic broke, or not broke, but ran out of battery. So, but again, guys, you know, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are having a good Christmas and enjoying your family. It's real important. Family, of course. And I know Marty's going to be having fun because they're going to be over. I didn't have the lap timing on because I didn't want to start comparing until the track was clean and warm. Has anyone ever seen a track with both HO 132nd lanes? That would be cool to run HO laning between 132nds. No, that'd be pretty interesting though. George Ace of Spades is the one to beat. The Ace of Spades, is that what you're calling that Camaro? if I'm reading it right, I don't know. Well, the next car I'm going to be doing, well, it's going to be called the Jolly Roger. That's what I'm going to name it. I'm calling it the Jolly Roger. So that one got some surprises. It's going to be a resin body. It's going to be scratch built, but the motor's going to be special. I won't get into that anymore. So I know it'll be fast. So hopefully it won't be too fast to the point where it doesn't get traction and then you just end up making a shitty car. So we'll see. A lot of testing. Put it this way, Morty, it'll be able to go on your road course and the oval. So it should be able to work on 2 tracks. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that was, so you guys want to build that chassis. There is a live broadcast of me actually building that chassis on camera. That car was built on camera on a live, and it's, you could see it. If you see the white body, it's a white body. It's the same car. That's the chassis for that car. And anybody could build that chassis. That's a real simple chassis. The gearing in it, I think it's 930. I used the red 30 gear. I think it's a 30. So I mean, it's not a hard build, and you guys could do it and get a competitive car. So it would be nice to see some F1s in 124 scale. Scale Auto does that, Gary. I believe Scale Auto makes the F1s in 124th. I think they're the only company that does it, as far as I know to my knowledge, because I don't really, the only F1s I collect are the polycar ones, which are 132nds, but I think Scale Auto does that. I'm sure some other company does, but I'm not sure. But I'll have to look that up. But yeah, an F1 Scale Auto does it. So they did. All right, we've been on for quite a while, 91 minutes. I think that should be enough of me, and I think everybody should get on to their business and spreading cheer. So, you guys, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Merry Christmas to all of you, and thanks for joining me on this live, and I appreciate it. Appreciate all the subscribers and everything that I have. I'm grateful for what I have, my health, my family. It's important, and we want to reach out to to the others that are not having great times right now with health wise and stuff. We hope they get better, and we send them our best wishes. So, like I always say, you guys take care and have fun racing.